welcome back to an episode of Hoops and Football. I am Shannon. We are going to discuss the Richmond Geelong VFL game on the Sunday afternoon over at the how do you even I say it wrong every bloody time, GMHBA Stadium. And it being 14-4, 88 to 12-11, 83. So, at least we can take away one thing straight away from this game, that we kicked 14-4 instead of being 4-14, which was good to see that we actually kicked accurate. Obviously, then you look at the Geelong side, they kicked 12-11, so they could have definitely just put the sword to us so easily. But I did start watching it. It wasn't looking pretty at the start. It was looking like pretty similar to what the AFL level was. Geelong were at the start. They were just all over us. You know, like going into the last. Going into the last quarter, it wasn't looking too good. But we kept them. If you think about that, in the last quarter, we kept them to 1-1, and we crazily end up kicking 5 goals, which is quite insane. Came back, rushing home in the end to win, and I think a couple of players probably we could all say has put their hand up to come into the AFL week with the amount of injuries we've received. I think we could automatically say there's going to be 3 to 4 changes. Jasper Alga will go out, Lawler will go out, and Hugo Roll-Smith will go out. Not sure about anybody else. But there's 3 guaranteed out, and you could honestly probably nearly turn around and say you're going to see Taj, Houghton, I think, will come in, maybe James Trezise, and even Jaden Short. All 3 might just come straight in after their games on the weekend as well. So let's get into some of the players quickly. Probably because it's not as many AFL players, I'm just going to do the AFL, no VFL as usual. So Jaden Short, first game back. For one stage, I'm pretty sure I was watching Michael's on Big Tiger Footycast, and it looked like Jaden Short was knocked out. So I thought, there's another one down. But no, he wasn't. He ended up with 29 disposals, 14 kicks, 5 handballs, 14 marks. Wow, which is quite impressive. It seems to be the thing. If you're a backman and you go to the VFL, you tend to just take tons of marks, and 4 tackles. So look, he could be someone who comes in for Alga. I'm definitely all for that. Comes in and takes over Alga. And not takes Banks' spot. So I think that's what it would be for me. It's who I would pick. Caleb Smith might come back in, depending on who comes out. Caleb Smith had 25 disposals, 18 kicks, 7 handballs, 9 marks, 1 tackle, and actually 1 clearance as well. He seems to be, I like Caleb. Doesn't seem to do too much wrong when he's at this AFL level, but it's enough to not keep a spot. I think he could be one of those players where they're great at great at VFL, but not when it comes to the AFL. So that could be a case for someone like him. So I just don't know. I don't see him coming in this week. Unless they want to move somebody to the wing and put somebody back. So I don't know. James Trezise, I definitely think he plays. I still don't know why he got dropped in the first place, but I think James Trezise comes straight back into the AFL, straight onto that wing with his left foot. He had 24 disposals, 10 kicks, 14 handballs, 8 marks. So it seemed like a pretty good game for him. Taj Houghton, I think feels like it's all but clear that he should debut against Essendon. This is 3 weeks he's played. His first game was 16 in limited minutes. Then he did another game last week, and I think that, as I recall, that was 26 disposals and a goal 1, goal 2. So he shows you that he's averaging over 20 disposals and a goal a game. So that's 1 goal, 24 disposals, 9 kicks, 15 handballs, 5 marks, 8 tackles. We could definitely use that, even if he just plays his first game on the wing, not 100% in the middle, which would be, that'd be quite nice. Taylor Young could come in as well. Don't know. 16 disposals, 14 kicks, 2 handballs, 7 marks, 2 tackles. So Jacob Kazitsky. Now this is the one that I did float on the fan cam with Michael. Jacob Kazitsky, 1 goal, 13 disposals, 7 kicks, 6 handballs, 2 marks, 1 tackle. I think he could be a makeshift forward because Noah Bolt has to go out because he's got 2. Next 2 games we have, one is a night games against Essendon, so he can't be there. And then also the other one is, I think it's West Coast over at Optus Stadium. He can't travel. Sorry, you're not talking. He can't travel over to West Coast because he doesn't get back home in time. Sorry, maybe it's North Melbourne. Or it could be North Melbourne or in Tassie, so he can't get back on time still. So I know a lot of people say he's probably coming as a real good defender, or showing up as a good defender, or his time's done in the AFL, playing AFL. That's not necessary. This could be the opportunity. Sometimes players just need a moment to come back in and show that they can be contributors and do good. I'm not against him coming in and playing as a forward because we talk about Tom Lynch needing to stay around to help the young forwards. Jacob can do that. He's played forward. He's done it he was at Hawthorn in a very good system for a very long time. There's no reason why he can't come back, play a forward, and help out. Seems to me everyone's set in stone as he's staying in the VFL and that's it. And he's just going to be a teacher there. I think if that's what he's going to do, then you know what, he should still have the right, if a form permits, to come in and play. Then he plays, and I think he could definitely do it. Steely Green kicks 3 goals, 12 disposals, 10 kicks, 2 handballs, 6 marks, 4 tackles. This is why I wanted him. I've been saying it for months now. I reckon it's been before the Giants game when he kicked his 2 there, that he needed to come back into the VFL and he needed to find some form. And this could be definitely go out 1 week, back in the next week, because you come in, kick 3 goals, and he could come into next week's game and for Alga and do the exact same thing again. So I was quite happy with that. I just thought he definitely needed it as a bit of a break in the circuit to give him something different. Oliver Hayes-Brown, 11 disposals, 1 kick, 10 handballs, 1 tackle, 30 hit-outs, and 3 clearances. I think if Nank, I'm quite honest with this one, I think if Nank goes down, I'm quite confident that Oliver Hayes-Brown can step in and do quite a good role. So I'm happy to... I'm not sure his contract situation, but I'll give him another year. God, I can't stop yawning this episode. I would definitely give him another year. He just seems to be improving every single bloody time. Obviously Jacob Bauer, he kicked 1 goal and had 5 disposals, but he's done his ACL, so that unfortunately will be the end of Bauer this season. More than likely, I don't know what the situation with him is now, as I originally thought he would probably request a trade to find more opportunity. It's kind of hard to see him doing that now. So, and Josh Gibcus, limited time. I'm not sure how much he played. I don't believe this gives you. This doesn't give you time on ground like the AFL. The VFL program doesn't give you the time on ground. But he had 4 disposals, 6 kicks, 1 handball, 2 marks, and 1 tackle. But it was great that he got through the whole entire game and didn't get injured. So that makes me quite happy. And also, he came back for a win, which is really good. Statistically, we won pretty much every category besides inside 50s. So we were quite low, which is quite surprising how we won still. But obviously the accuracy helped. Where normally, if you think about that for a season, what does the VFL squad give you? The VFL squad normally gives you 40.9, so 49.8 times that they come inside 50. We only got 38, so we're down by about 10 inside 50s to the usual season average, and still somehow managed to win. Free kicks, obviously that whistle just seemed to go Geelong's way all day. There was 16 to 32 in Geelong's favour. That's insane. And from all the stuff that I was watching, Michael's the Big Tiger Footy Cast, along with him, he was saying how a few of the umpires would just blatantly wouldn't give the free kick to Richmond, and then that exact same thing would happen to Geelong, and the whistle was blown. So, don't know if that should be investigated by the AFL. Lost the clearances as usual by 10. We won marks, so we also controlled the ball quite well. and obviously in accuracy. And this is a good one, time in front. So they led for 106 minutes and 44 seconds. And their biggest lead was 37 points at one stage. Our biggest lead was 6 minutes in the first 6 points in the first quarter. We led for the total of 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So it shows you how much we come back. And tackles was quite high, so that's good to see as well. So overall, I think returning players and some young players showed that they are knocking on the door to play the Essendon game, and a good chance we have a debutant. So it was a good game. We won, and accuracy was key for us. Hopefully that can be rubbed off to the seniors now, because that needs to be something we need to address for sure. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Help me to reach my goal of 500 subscribers. As always, go Tigers and stay safe.